You can bring out the beauty of your wooden deck or even restore its appearance by following the steps of proper deck maintenance. Before you stain or treat your wooden deck, you want to prep it well. Treat it right so you can avoid damage and extra work from a finish that fails too soon.
To get a long-lasting look you'll love, follow the 3 C's of deck prep. Check the condition of your deck, clean it with the right product, complete simple repairs for safety and maintenance. You may not realize how worn or aged your deck is, or even when it was last treated. If you have new wood, the water test can show you if it's ready for stain. New lumber can repel stain because it has sealer residue or the grain is closed from being sawn at the mill. Stain needs to penetrate the wood to work, so wait to treat it until it passes the water test. Pour a little water on the wood. If it beads up, it's not ready. Wait and retest it in a few weeks. The bleach test shows if your deck has mold or mildew, which you need to treat differently than dirt when cleaning. If you see fuzzy gray or black areas, hold a rag soaked with bleach on that spot for a few seconds. If the mark is gone when you remove the rag, you've got mold or mildew to treat. If the sun and weather has damaged your wood, it'll be gray, silvery, or rough. You can test it by pressing into it with your fingernail. If it's soft or leaves an indentation, you've got weathering or UV damage to treat before you stain. If you have a peeling finish, you should be able to see it. You can also press down a strip of duct tape and check if the finish peels off with the tape. This can happen when you skip steps and apply your wood treatment incorrectly.
Once you know the condition of your deck, you can clean it the right way. This step can make or break your new finish.
A wood cleaner typically includes detergent and bleach, what you'll use for newer wood or for mold, mildew, or algae stained surfaces. A wood brightener removes weathering and UV damage. It also removes rust stains and reddish-brown streaks caused by tannin stains. A wood stripper removes oil-based coatings. Use it if you have peeling or if you want to remove a previous coat for a more transparent finish. You use all of them basically the same way, and you can do this with or without a power washer. Wet the surface with a cleaner. Let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, keeping the surface wet. Scrub with a stiff bristled deck brush if needed. Rinse it off with a hose and repeat as needed. You can also use a power washer to apply the cleaner at low pressure, then rinse at a more powerful setting. Use a wide spray pattern or about a 40-degree nozzle. Keep the tip moving at about 10 to 12 inches away from the deck and at the shallow angle to the surface. Next, lightly sand the surface to smooth out roughness or splinters. This also opens up the grain to take the stain evenly. Blow off the sanding residue one last time and let the deck dry for 24 to 48 hours.
While you wait for your deck to dry, it's the perfect time to make those small repairs.
If nails were originally used, check for any that have popped up and tap them back down, or consider replacing them with screws. Deck nails can simplify future board replacement, but screws hold the wood in place far better than nails, which can pop up over time. Loose, wobbly posts can be tightened up with carriage bolts. For a strong connection, you need a 1/2-inch diameter galvanized carriage bolt. Check that your ledger board is properly fastened to the house. If you see a gap between the house and the ledger, the bolts probably need to be tightened. Make sure your joist hangers aren't loose. Every nail hole should have a hanger nail. Hanger nails are designed to stand up to heavy loads and resist corrosion from treated lumber. Here are a few more helpful tips. Don't use household cleaners on your deck. They can leave a film and cause bubbles in your finish because the stain or sealer didn't penetrate. Good prep is a great time saver. Don't cut corners on this step, or you'll wind up having to refinish your deck sooner.
For the tips, advice, and tools you need, visit your neighborhood Ace and find us online at acehardware.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.